why didn't Lenny Kravitz say something? Oh, I sent her a plane, but whatever his name is took it. This is crucial information.
The whole video is black and white. I love black and white videos.
This is crucial information. Like, really? He sent her a decent-sized plane for her and her crew, but Hype Williams took it. And you know what? Hype Williams needs to be locked up at this point. It's still not enough proof, but blame is kind of on him. If he wouldn't have taken her actual plane that Lenny Kravitz sent for her, she would still be here. Hype Williams is very selfish. Like, where is he even today? Like, what the heck? Why are people letting him roam free? Is my question.
He hinted that there was more to the story that has never been told. He continued, because of my respect for Aaliyah and her family, everyone's respectful of her memory. No one really speaks on it. So out of respect for her memory, I don't say a lot of things. And this goes back to my previous video about Fatima and how there seems to be this sworn secrecy about this accident. And a lot of
this is a tough video. So her parents were paid to be quiet. Hype Williams made her film extra footage and took her plane. Fatima getting all the souvenirs and pictures in at the very last moments of her life. Like, her people really wasn't her people. She knew Hype Williams since like 1977. There's pictures of them together. And it's just sad. Like, what was the motive in killing her? Why did they all gang up on her? That is just so heartbreaking. I called it before any of this even came out. Go watch my other videos. I already knew that Hype, Fatima, and her uncle has something to do with it. Like, someone close to her know what happened. They know that she was murdered, but just like any other situation dealing with the industry, they are not allowed to talk about it or they will be dead too. And it's just sad because they can't speak out. No one will speak out. Like he said, it's like a sworn secrecy. No one will speak out about the plot. That is so disgusting and disturbing. Like, I don't even know if I can get through this video. I can't believe what I'm hearing within this video. Fatima is so wrong. Aaliyah was rocking with her too for a long time. Wow.
A lot of details, key details that are missing that many people might know, but nobody wants to speak on it for Aaliyah's memory. But that only hurts that memory because it makes people question things that don't make sense. Hype obviously had some type of friendship or work relationship with Damon Dash and with Aaliyah since he's pictured with them a few times. He's even posted them on his Instagram. So they obviously have had some type of friendship or dealings with each other. And that shows how there is definitely more to the story.
I definitely feel like Jay-Z knew. I don't think he had anything to do with it. I think he knew, and I think either Damon Dash has something to do with it or he knew too. But no one stepped in to help her because they were probably just all selfish at this point. Damon is definitely selfish, so why would he step in and do anything? They were all cool.
In this accident that has never been told as of yet. Surprisingly, when this interview came out, there was a lot of backlash that Hype got, but there wasn't much done. You go through his comments on his Instagram, you see a few comments of people highlighting it and questioning Hype about why did he take the plane and all these different things that people have commented under his Instagram, but no response. Damon Dash came out with this interview. He, in a way, exposed Hype for taking this plane that Lenny Kravitz had sent and still no response. There's still silence. He's still silent about this accident that he has so much to do with since the Bahamas was his idea. What it's seeming like is Hype put his own safety over Aaliyah's and her crew instead of making sure everyone was safe and had proper arrangements when he was the one that had the video shoot moved to the Bahamas in the first place, which required all of this extra travel by plane back and forth. And the fact that he's never fought against his claim, he's never had any response to it, he's still silent about it, speaks a lot in itself.
He, in his eyes, probably think he is doing the right thing by not speaking out because there's nothing that he has said on this situation, so he doesn't have any opinions that you could take and run with. It's a smart thing that he's not speaking out, but it's making him look bad.
Come to think of it, the only time Hype has ever spoke out after the accident was in relation to hoping the footage got released when he spoke to MTV, stating It's a very special project. Everyone put their heart and soul into the work, as we always do, with the intent that the world would enjoy it. I know there's a lot of pain involved, but that's all the more reason people would appreciate what we've done as a group. He also goes on to say how him and Aaliyah had this friendship for 6 years and how he wishes that they got to know each other better. And it's like, of all the things he really emphasized in the MTV article, he emphasized hoping that the footage got released. Which if you break it down, he's really saying, I know this tragic accident happened after the shoot, but I hope that I still get to release this footage to BET and MTV. Wow. Another interesting interview that got a lot of people talking and thinking in relation to Aaliyah's accident is when Barry Hankerson went on the Dr. Oz show to talk about Aaliyah and everything that happened. He declared how he did not even want Hype Williams to direct that video because of his relation to R. Kelly. Remember in the beginning?
Barry Hankerson has some disgusting acts on his end too. Barry Hankerson was having her film all this music before she died too. Why were you having her film all this music? No one stopped this situation. No one tried to speak out or even hint. They just let it happen. There's questions that could be asked when it comes to him too.
When I said how Hype had directed over 10 R. Kelly videos, more than any other artist, because of that relation, Barry didn't even want him to do this video. But Barry claimed that Aaliyah's mother was adamant about getting Hype to direct this video. She had still had some type of relationship with R. Kelly, as Barry had stated, and in a way, it influenced Aaliyah to ultimately choose Hype to direct the video. As Fatima Robinson confirmed in an interview she did with W Magazine, because they loved his vision he had for the song, Rock the Boat. Something else that makes you go, And as an extra food for thought, I want to bring up this Jet Magazine cover story, Young Legends Who Live On Through Their Music, which featured Aaliyah, Left Eye, Biggie, and Tupac. And the reason why I bring this cover story up is because Aaliyah is forever tied to this group of young legends who lost their lives too soon, who had such promising careers, especially in the black community, right? But in so many ways, we know what happened to Left Eye. It was caught on camera. There's conspiracy theories with that, but it was caught on camera what happened to Left Eye, Biggie and Tupac. Unfortunately, they both passed in the same way, and we all should know how. And you think about their cases, 20 plus years.
I don't know nothing about Notorious, but I feel like Left Eye was murdered, and I feel like Tupac faked his death, and I feel like Aaliyah was murdered, clearly.
Later, 25 years later, there's still developments in that case. Who did it? And there's still that strata of mystery with them. But in the end, we all know they were targets. Someone did it because of the beef they both were in. You can even move on to Selena and her tragic ending. But we know how
I seen on TikTok that Selena's dad actually had her killed.
Selena passed. The troll standing right there, she's still behind bars. We know how all of these young legends pass in a sense. The difference with Aaliyah's case is that in so many ways, it's still being presented as an accident when evidence, court documents, and so much more hints that it wasn't just an accident, that there was other factors involved, maybe even some foul play. In which, going back to that interview Damon Dash did with E.T., no one really talks about out of respect for Aaliyah's memory. And in some form of irony, Hype Williams also accompanied Left Eye to Honduras in 2001 and did a whole photo shoot and filmed a lot of behind the scenes footage with her. This shows he definitely had a knack for tropical destination locations. Traveling all the way to Honduras with Left Eye just for a photo shoot, making Aaliyah and the team and everybody go to the Bahamas to do some video, where she could have stayed in Miami to do the same video with the many different beaches that Miami is known for. I mean, is all of this adding up to y'all? One last thing, as mentioned in my Fatima video, when they got a call about a plane crash back at the resort, Hype didn't even budge to go find out anything, being the director of the shoot. Fatima and Aaliyah's stylist Derek Lee went to the crash site and airport and relayed him the message. Now Now again, Hype Williams is the reason why they even moved the video to the Bahamas. If you got all this footage, you know Aaliyah and her team left early. They went to the airport. A few hours later, you get a call that a plane crashed. You being the director, you being the reason why you're even in the Bahamas in the first place, you didn't get that inclination or that feeling or that care to at least go and investigate and find out what happened. Was it Aaliyah? Was it everybody that just left that shoot? Being, in a sense, responsible for all of that going on as the director, Fatima being her choreographer, Derek Lee being her stylist. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to go there and potentially find out that it was Aaliyah and everybody else they had worked with that was in this accident, but they did. Aaliyah was your friend of 6 years, right? Aaliyah was also Fatima's friend. She was also Derek Lee's friend. They went to find out. As Hype said, him and Aaliyah was friends for 6 years. You being the director of the shoot, you stayed at the resort just hoping that it wasn't what you thought it was. But when Fatima and Derek Lee came back and told you, I wonder what went through his mind. I wonder what was done. Being that when broken all down, Hype and his production company Instinct was the reason why they were in the Bahamas, and in some form or fashion was responsible for everyone's safety. The bottom line is that no, this video won't bring Aaliyah and her team back, but it will open people's eyes to it being more than just an accident, which is the narrative that was pushed. Aaliyah was this diva that just had to board the plane at that very moment. We must go. Our luggage must go with us. That's what was reported and assumed. This was reported an accident, right? An accident that was so preventable, I must emphasize. An accident due not only to the negligence of the airport, but of Hype Williams and his production company Instinct, amongst other factors, which might contribute to why Hype Williams has been so silent about Aaliyah's accident all these years later, and even back then. All in all, this was just a really devastating loss. It not only was Aaliyah lost, but Douglas Kratz, Keith Wallace, Eric Foreman, Anthony Dodd, Gina Smith, Christopher Maldonado, and Scott Gallen. All of these precious lives lost in such a senseless and preventable accident. And the hope is that while they're resting in peace, justice is also served for them and their families when finally the real truth of what happened on August 25th, 2001 gets revealed. And with that, I'll leave it there. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe.
That was an interesting video. And you know what? The reason why we're not getting anything from the parents is because them knowing what happened. Like, Aaliyah was killed due to the industry. Why would they want to be infatuated with the industry? Not only do I think they have dirt on their name, but they know what happened to Aaliyah, and it'd just be tough for them because Aaliyah, she died doing what she loved. Why would they want to come out, put out content on a platform or in a business where she was killed in? And it's just very unfortunate. Like, this video has some in-depth information that I've never even heard of before. It tells you a lot about the people she was around. Her people really wasn't her people. Like, Mary J. Blige did something. I'm glad she said that. It was like a hint, but nobody still took on to that back then. It just went untalked about for 20 years. There were speculations, but I personally feel like Aaliyah will never get justice. She doesn't have justice still to this day. She will never get justice until the truth comes out and the people who has something to do with her death are behind bars. But that'll never happen because Hype Williams is being smart about it and keeping his mouth shut so that no one can take any of his statements and run with them. He's doing a smart thing in his eyes, you know? So all you can do is ask questions, but he's not gonna answer you. We are definitely left clueless. But anyways, I will be back with another reaction video because he seems to have very good videos. So yeah, I do plan to start reacting to my YouTubers because things have been going on with them. Why not? If you haven't already, go over to my other channel at Krazy K and subscribe. I just post 2 new vlogs, one of me getting my permits and getting surgery. So if you want to know what surgeries I've been through, go and follow my Krazy K channel, and I will be vlogging everything, and I'm gonna be vlogging from now on. Go over and subscribe to that channel, like it up, and after you subscribe, let me know that you are subscribed to both channels and you're supporting. But anyways, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause we had trust. Now we're drowning in our lives, I know we're broken.